Hi there, here we are again, back at the field with the horses. Yeah, I want to talk about something that is quite disturbing actually. A development concerning nature, concerning our access to nature, that seems to it seems to be one of these things where all the politicians and decision makers, they are in agreement and it's just going to happen, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it is disturbing. Let's walk up this way. I just read that the place where you park your cars when you go into Rondane, which is a mountain area here in Norway, it's a nature reserve, very popular. They're going to close access to parking a car there. So it will be a lot more difficult to get into that area, that mountain area. And the reason they are saying that the reason is that people walking, I'm not making this up, by the way, hikers are, they're wearing down and the terrain, and they are a danger to the environment. Now, as I'm saying this, I can hear how stupid it sounds, and it is stupid. It's not like in other countries where you have very limited access to nature and all the hikers go in the same place, and I guess that's different. But on what they're saying and what they're trying to do now is to, and it's not happening only in Norway, is to limit your access to nature, to wild places. At the same time, they are building data centers, they're erecting all these wind turbines, destroying huge, vast areas of nature, sun power farms, or whatever they call them. And yeah, this is actually a good example. And they're cutting down the forest. Now, Norway likes to, if I didn't mention so already, Norway, I'm in Norway, I'm Norwegian. My name is Bjorn, by the way. Norway likes to brag about that they're not cutting down, or they are replacing the forest. Yeah, that's a lie. That's just a lie. Simply put, that's one of the many lies about Norway being such a wonderful, nice nation in every single way you can imagine. What is nice about Norway is that we have the right to roam. And the right to roam is a law that is now being challenged, and that's what I'm talking about. The right to roam law says that you can just go hiking anywhere and you can camp anywhere, not like on the farmer's field, destroying the crops, and not like on someone's lawn. You can't obviously camp there, but apart from that, you can go hiking and camping where you want. And that's I will say that's the main reason why I live in Norway. I don't live here because of the taxes, I can tell you that. Because the taxes are insane. And now the right to roam is being challenged by these politicians. I can smell it. That's what they are onto now. They're going to start with limiting our access with cars to, places like up in the mountains and beautiful wild places. And by the way, I'm not saying that we should be allowed to drive our cars or any other kind of motorized vehicle into those places. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where I live in the southeast east of Norway. It would take me a long time with public transport to go up there, and then I would have to walk from the train station up into the mountains and all of that, and that would probably take a couple of days before I got there. And most people, they don't have that much time, And after they have limited your access to those places, they will start limiting how many people will be allowed access to go hiking. A system like, I think when you walk the PCT in America, they only grant so and so many people access to do that every year, I think. But you have to understand that this is being done. Now, let me put it this way. If these politicians were really worried about nature and, they want to protect nature, then they would not have been building data centers, wind farms, solar farms. They would not have allowed vast areas of old forest to be just mowed down and destroyed. They don't care about nature. What they care about is transforming countries like Norway into a battery for mainland Europe, like the EU. And Norway is not part of the EU, by the way. And I hate that. I hate that with a passion. Now, let me just, before I forget, this thing, it looks funny, right? I said in a video on my channel Bjorn Talks that this caterpillar will be scaring away the deerlouse flies. But it's not obviously a caterpillar, it's a dragonfly. A fake dragonfly. It's not a tamed dragonfly, it's a fake one. But how cool would that have been, if I had a tamed dragonfly buzzing around? But anyway, yeah, so that's the one thing I needed to explain. And the other thing is that this video will go on my main channel called Bjorn Andreas Bull-Hansen, which is my name, because I'm going to put more videos on my main channel from now on. But I will use the collaboration feature in YouTube, so it will also go on my channel Bjorn Talks. Okay, let's keep walking. Yeah, and do subscribe if you haven't already. That would be very nice. Another thing that tells you that this has nothing to do with protecting nature is the fact that one thing they will never ever limit is hunting. Hunting in these areas. And this is just such a perfect example of how this is not about them caring about nature, the politicians and decision makers. I think they're corrupt, to be honest with you, most of them, but if they had cared about nature, they certainly would have said something about how hunting needs to be much more limited than it is now. Now, I'm not in principle against hunting, but you know, it just takes off a little bit too much here in Norway and in many other countries as well. And I am not allowed to use a drone in these nature reserves or national parks, whatever they call them. And I support that because a drone can disturb wildlife. So I'm not using a drone in those places. But these people can run around, shoot their gun. That's fine, but a drone is not okay. You see what I'm trying to say here? It makes no sense. And again, you know, how much wear and tear can hikers make on the environment, you know? Most, like 99% of hikers in Norway, they are very responsible. Very responsible. But I will say that in this area, when hunting season ends in about 4 months, I always have to go around to the common campsites here and tidy up, because there will be empty vodka bottles, beer cans and stuff like that, lots of rubbish lying around after hunting season. It looks like a mess, to be honest with you. So yeah, I don't think we have a hunting culture in Norway, which is very sad. But anyway, oh yeah, a few years ago I was just walking right here to the right of me actually, and the brave local boys were sitting up in that area, and they fired a shot at me to show how tough they are. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? So I want to know if you are seeing in your area even more regulations and limitations on your access to nature and wild places. I know that, you know, in, for instance, England, they do not have the right to roam. In Denmark, I think also they do not have the right to roam, and I think that's very sad. But is it getting even worse? Is it getting even worse? And I can tell you that I'm not going to respect these laws that make no sense. As I said, flying the drone, it can disturb wildlife, so I respect that law, absolutely. But if they start telling me that, oh, no, you can't go hiking because of nature, I'll become a stealth camper like the English do, you know. If they try to tell me that wind farms, that's fine. Data centers, that's fine. Because AI is the future, you know. No, it isn't. But if they try to serve me these lies, I will not listen. I will not listen. And neither should you. Because I think it's our right as human beings, connected to the land, which we are, when you think about it. And if you're not, you should be. But I think deep down you are connected to the land, you know, and we need to be out on the land. Yeah, possibly I did not finish my sentence there, but you get what I'm saying. And please leave your comment in the comment section. And walked through a spider web here. The selfie stick caught the spider web. Yeah, Sorry. Yeah. Please share your thoughts about this, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Okay? Bye-bye.